So itu adalah sebenarnya salah satu daripada usaha untuk memberi continuous exposure kepada pelajar dan kepada staff juga tentang industrial cases. Okay, since yang ni saya dah mention awal-awal dulu, kita ada melaporkan kepada ITEC, kita laporkan kepada Board of Engineers Malaysia untuk akreditasi kita yang akan menjelang ni dalam bulan 5 bulan 6 ni. Kita ada beritahu dalam report kita bahawa kursus ini juga akan mendedahkan kepada pelajar tentang kes-kes industri secara berterusan. So sebab tu saya ambil inisiatif, kita kalau namanya berterusan, it should be more than one. So sebab tu ada siri 1, siri 2. Hopefully kita boleh panggil dia untuk siri 3 dan 4 dan seterusnya. Supaya itu kita namakan sebagai continuous exposure kepada industri case. So untuk kursus ni memang kita macam evidence out that kursus ini memberikan pendedahan berterusan lah tentang yang itu. So kita kena ada evidence lah. So itu sebab tu kita buat. Dia lebih bagus sebab dia ada contoh-contoh yang betul lah real industri dan dia buat sendiri lah inspection dan sebagainya. Tak seperti pensyarah yang mengajar kita based on limited knowledge dan a previous note, okay, from the previous lecturers lah. Okay, however, kita just go through lah laju ni, apa BOWEX ni, apa itu BOWEX. Ini FMA kita dah pergi, Factories and Machineries, okay. Last time saya mention manufacturing, salah. Factories and Machineries Act, okay, 1967. Okay, ini ulang balik lah sebenarnya, dah ada dalam slide sebelum ni, okay. Okay, tujuannya adalah untuk safety, health and welfare, okay, pekerja dan juga registration and inspection of machineries, okay, untuk memastikan bahawa berlakunya pendaftaran dan inspection lah secara berterusan kepada mesin-mesin di kilang, okay. However, FMA dia kata hanya cover 24% daripada nation's total manpower, okay. Maksudnya Act ni tidak cover keseluruhan, okay. Tapi OSHA 1994 would cover 90% of nation's total manpower. So that's why kita perlukan OSHA jugalah. Okay, ini adalah regulations, okay. Dia ada section dalam setiap atas dia akan ada section induk, okay. Macam OSHA dia ada 67 section, okay, dan 15 bahagian, okay. Dan di bawah section dan kemudian selepas section ada subsidiary, dia dipanggil regulations, okay, peraturan. Dan peraturan ni sebenarnya berubah dari masa ke semasa. Ada amendment, ada perubahan dia dari semasa ke semasa. So kadang kita kena alert tentang latest amendment yang ada datang, okay. So these are the regulations under FMA 1997, 67. We have just go through this before in our previous slide. So one of the regulations is the fact that the building operations and work of engineering construction safety, BOWEX, okay, 1986. Okay, this is related to construction and this is related to civil engineering lah. Okay, this is BOWEX, so no need to go detail. Dia enforce 1986. Dia untuk building operations, okay. These are the definitions of term. Siapakah kontrak, apa yang dimasukkan kontraktor, apa yang dimasukkan kontrak safety supervisor, designated person, employer, contractor, professional engineer, okay. Okay, part 2 adalah general provision. Describe the general precaution to be taken, okay. Part 3 ialah regarding concrete work, okay. Part 4 is structural steel and precast concrete assembly. Okay, the safety requirement, okay. Part 5, cleaning, repairing and maintenance of roof, gutters, okay, windows, louvers, and ventilation, okay. Inilah part 5, okay. Part 6 ada catch platform, okay. This adalah gambar-gambar on construction of building, okay. Kena ada crawling board bila bekerja di atas roof, and then kena ada roofing bracket, okay. Kena pakai harness, okay. Safety safety helmet, okay. This is cache platform, okay. Kalau jatuh, so be cached by this cache platform lah, okay. Hopefully jangan jatuh. Chutes of rubbish removal, okay. Part 7, okay. Part 7 ada chutes, safety belts and nets, okay. This is rubbish chutes, okay. Dia guna vacuum. Parts 8 is runways and ramps, okay, for vehicles, workers and barrows. And then we have next we have ladders and step ladder, circular. Kemudian kita ada part 10 scaffolding, okay, scaffolding. These are the examples gambar-gambar yang ada, walkway and ramps, okay. Okay, scaffolding dia, okay, just the 2 boards. Ini scaffolds kena ada this kind of things in scaffold. And then ada part 11 is demolition, okay. Part 11, part 12 is excavations work, okay. This is the works, demolition, okay, demolition works. Next, ada materials handling, storage and use and disposal. Ini adalah gambar-gambarnya, storage, okay. Kita ada part berapa ni? Part 14 kan? 14, piling, okay. Piling, okay. Kita ada blasting and use of explosive. Kita ada seterusnya hands and power tools. Kita ada part 17 is miscellaneous lah, lain-lain. So failure to comply provisions made under the regulations shall liable the offender to fine not exceeding RM2,000. Okay, RM2,000 ni saya lebih tahu jumlah yang popular lah, okay. Denda popular RM2,000 oleh DOSH, okay. Demolition by implosion, okay. Ini mungkin akan disentuh dengan oleh speaker lah nanti kan, okay. Tengok laju kan, siap satu slide. Tapi this one bukan saya tak saya sengaja tak pergi detail sebab akan ada akan ada talk about this, okay. Kita ada seminar tentang ni, so compulsory mandatory. Yes. Ada siapa nak bercakap? So kita ada 10 hari bulan, okay, BOWAX 10 hari bulan, hari Ahad pukul 2. Peruntukan 2 hingga 4 petang lah. Saya rasa tak lama lah tu, sekejap je. Okay, bulan puasa tu mungkin tak cakap banyak speaker. Okay. Next we have okay, B4. Okay. Slide ni saya dah kongsikan dalam author kan. Check lah kalau tak ada, beritahu saya ya. Okay, EQA, okay, Environmental Quality Act. I just check this one. Okay, however saya tak puas hati lah konten dia ni. Mandangan kita pun tak sempat nak tengok dan sediakan konten sebelum semester bermula. Terus saya tengok, saya just guna konten yang digunakan oleh pensyarah sebelum ni. Dan saya dah go through. Dan saya macam tak puas hati konten dia sebab konten dia terlalu umum. Dia tidak menjurus kepada kita punya bidang iaitu construction, OEIA. So EIA ada ya di hujung slide ini. So saya diberitahu EIA diajar dalam environmental engineering, the last chapter in dalam environmental engineering. So saya tak perlulah ajar kan. Since AIA also is not my bidang kepakaran lah, it should be bidang orang environment. Kita tengoklah, kita boleh go through jugalah macam tadi kan, macam bawa punya slides. Okay. So kenapa saya tak puas hati, sebab banyak tak cover lah perkara-perkara penting. Okay. Sebab saya pun terpaksa belajar juga daripada orang lain ni. Okay. So saya tengok macam tak cover. So hopefully in the future saya perlu murnikan dia punya content ni. Dan awak akan belajar dekat degree lah, kalau sama degree pun. Tak, mungkin nak boleh transfer kredit lah ni. Saya rasa boleh transfer kredit. Okay, these are the, I'm not sure. Kita just go through je lah. Okay, the evolution of environmental pollution. I think tak sure siapa punya. Okay. Ini ada macam sejarah lah environmental pollution punya since 1950s to not current lah sangat, 1998 2000 okay. Okay, I'm not sure whether this is local punya source or ataupun international, but saya dah tengok dia tulis dia punya rujukan atau reference dia memang ada macam local punya lah. So this is Malaysian punya evolution lah. From 1950 ada economic reconstruction, 1970s local impact, 1980s global impact, 1990s ada heightened awareness, and then we have regulated practices towards sustainable development. Saya diberitahu juga EQA ni mempunyai akta dan peraturan yang bagus lah sebenarnya. Okay. Kita punya akta peraturan di Malaysia ni dah cukup bagus. Okay. So this is evolution of environmental pollution. Okay. Rapid industrialization in 50s to 70s. Okay. Menyebabkan beberapa perkara lah, termasuk environmental pollution, ecological crisis, globalized impact. So therefore ada satu international symposium on environment in 1968, okay, at Italian Academy, okay, first international symposium on ecological crisis, discuss the present environment situation, present meaning during 1968 lah, okay, attended by 30 specialists from 10 countries of Asia and the West. Formed the Club of Rome, joined by 100 scholars from over 40 countries to assess the environmental pollution impact onto the world. So ada satu declaration of the United Nations Conference of Human during the Conference of Human Environment, Stockholm 1972, okay, recognized the need to adopt measures for the protection of environment. Environment includes the totality of nature and natural resources, including the cultural heritage and the man-made infrastructure to facilitate the development of socio-economic activity. Kita belum masuk EQA lagi kan? Ini cerita sebelum EQA ni. Okay. Okay. Sebelum terbentuknya akta kualiti alam sekitar ni. Okay. This is legal framework before 1977. Sebab 77 adalah tahun EQA akta itu diperkenalkan. Okay, kita ada Water Enactment 1920. Okay. This to control and prohibit disruption of rivers. Okay, sungai. Okay, restriction of the discharge of specific substances into the river which might be detrimental to the beneficial use of the river waters throughout Peninsular Malaysia. Then we have Forest Enactment 1934. Okay, establish the forest reserve and control the logging activities. Okay, kita memang ada akta-akta ni ya. Land on Conservation Act 1960, okay, aim to conserving hill land and the protection of soil from erosion and inroads of silt. Okay, prohibits planting of short-term crops on any hill land. Okay, prohibit tu memang prohibit lah, dilarang teruskan planting of short-term crops. And then the Mining Act, tak sure tahu bila ni. Okay, control discharges from mining activities. Okay, kita ada Poisons Ordinance. Okay, regulates in the use of toxic substances. Dan kita ada Merchant Shipping Ordinance. Okay. Merchant Shipping Ordinance 67 good 67. Okay. Governs marine pollution by vessels. Okay. Issues. Okay. Unable to curb soaring environmental problem due to rapid advancements of modern industries. Existing legislation was not to address the environmental concerns, but mainly on other specific activities, largely sectorally focusing specific areas and activities. So therefore, dia ada EQA lah. Okay. So EQA gazetted gazette on 14 March. Okay, 14 March tahun 1974. Okay. This is an act relating to the prevention, okay, abatement and control of pollution and enhancement of environment and for the purpose of connected therewith. Okay, kita ada prevention, okay, kita prevent, menghindar, kita abatement, abatement ni macam menghapus, dan control dan mengawal, okay, pollution. So ini tak ada kaitan dengan macam kita kata welfare, apa nama, safety. This is health. This is, mungkin berkaitan dengan health, but tak berkaitan, macam tak directly kepada safety and welfare pada pekerja. Tapi ini semua mungkin berkaitan dengan health. Okay. Sebarang pengurusan pollution di tempat kerja akan menyebabkan, mungkin memberi kesan kepada kesihatan pekerja. Okay. So therefore kita kena ada this QA. Okay, ini dia punya amendment. Amendment dia memang banyak, saya rasa sebab dia menteri, dia rajin dibincangkan di Dewan Rakyat tu barangkali. Okay. Dia rajin dibincangkan Dewan Rakyat sehingga tercetusnya tercetusnya perubahan-perubahan dalam akta ini. Okay, sehinggalah saya rasa yang latest, ada lagi latest ni. Tahun 2020 ke something like that. Okay. This is policy framework. I'm not going to explain this. Okay, boleh baca ya. Mungkin ada dalam soalan-soalan test ke final. Okay, EQA ada, kita ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 4A, 5, 5A, 6. Kita ada 6 part lah. Dan ada 35 regulation, not sure whether this is the current number of regulations or not. Okay. But we have 6 dan ada pecahan lah, 4 tu 4A dapat 5, 4A dan 5A. Consists of preliminary, administration, license, okay, prohibition and control of pollution, control of scheduled waste, appeal and appeal board, payment of chess, okay, chess ni macam tax lah, okay, and environmental fund, miscellaneous. So this is what cover under EQA: air pollution, okay, bukan air, air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, industrial waste, okay. These are covered in the EQA. Example of regulations, example sebab banyak lagi regulation dia dan ada amendment, okay, perubahan dan pertambahan di masa-masa. This is examples of regulation under EQA. Kita ada licensing regulation, control of emission from petrol engines regulation, ada delegation of powers, investigation of open burning, okay. Regulation, kita ada declared activities, kita ada appeal board. Kan delegation of power ni kadang-kadang, kenapa ada delegation of power? Sebenarnya dalam hal dalam hal environment ni, okay, dia ada the Director General of environment lah, part environment lah, dan Director General DG lah, kita panggil DG kan. Macam DG kesihatan tu apa nama? Lupa lah nama kan. kata hero lah COVID tu kan. Sekarang ni setiap ni environment pun ada DG dia. So DG ni ada kuasa yang besar lah sebenarnya. Sehingga kan dia boleh tahan tanker, kapal tanker di tengah laut pun dia boleh tahan. Okay. Tapi kalau dia datang dengan bot kecil, dia tahan, dia guna tangan dia tahan kan. Tanker tu tak akan berhentilah. Melainkan yang tahan tu adalah macam apa tentera laut kan, navy, okay, polis ke navy ke askar dan sebagainya. Tapi sebenarnya navy ke polis semua dia tak ada power lah untuk buat benda tu. That's why dia orang kena buat satu macam regulation ataupun order yang ada delegate powers. Okay, dia bagi kuasa kepada, contohnya kepada navy. Okay, DG environment bagi kuasa pada navy. Okay, tahan satu kapal tanker tengah laut kan. Dia mungkin tanker dia mungkin lagi besar kan daripada navy punya kapal, tapi navy punya kapal kita ada meriam, kita ada kita ada senjata lah, kita boleh tala dekat dekat dia punya ni supaya dia berhenti kan, macam itulah. That's why ada delegation of powers ni, order ni perintah ya, regulation ni peraturan, perintah ni order ni kalau guna kataan perintah ni, kalau melanggar perintah terus pergi court lah, terus pergi mahkamah. Macam MCO lah, okay? Kita punya ni perintah kawalan pergerakan ni, okay, kalau langgar perintah boleh terus ke court kan, ke mahkamah. Dan kita ada Clean Air Regulation, Sewage Industrial Effluent Regulation, Prescribed Activities, Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA Order, okay. Schedule Waste Regulation, kita ada Schedule Waste Treatment and Disposal Facilities Order, dan Schedule Waste Treatment and Disposal Facility Regulation. Schedule Waste ni adalah bahan buangan yang bahaya tu, kita namakan sebagai Schedule Waste lah. Okay, bahan buangan slashes, okay. Waste daripada kilang tu kan, kita panggil schedule waste lah. Okay. Regulatory framework, okay, yang paling besar power dia adalah Director General of DOE lah. So dia ada boleh grant, renew, transfer, revoke license, okay. And then kita ada Ministry with advice from Environmental Council, okay, untuk regulate prescribed premise. DG ada kuasa untuk issue license with conditions, dan ada kuasa untuk assessment of activities. So besarlah dia punya power. Dan saya dimalukan juga orang yang bekerja dengan yang enforce environmental ni pun sebenarnya quite risky lah kan. Berisiko juga sebab toki-toki macam nak lawan toki-toki besar kan. So kerjanya ada berisiko lah, risiko ancaman dan sebagainya. Okay, penalty adalah apabila failure to hold a license, failure to comply with condition of license, contravention of monitoring condition, alteration of license equipment, alteration of vehicle, ship or premise to become prescribed conveyance or premise. Okay. Okay, ini adalah section 16(2), okay. Talking about license requirement. Sebab saya banyak yang tak disentuh dalam slides ni tentang section-section yang sepatutnya kita kata. Ada section yang berkaitan dengan noise, ada section yang berkaitan dengan air pollution, water pollution dan sebagainya, tapi saya tak tahu kenapa dia tak letak dalam ni. Okay. Dia tu siapa? Dia tu lecturer sebelum ni lah. Okay. So mereka lebih banyak kepada cerita tentang licensing requirement ni. Okay, kalau tak ada license, okay. The fine not exceeding RM25,000, okay. Imprisonment for a period of not exceeding 2 years. Saya dengar ini pun lama, mungkin ada yang latest punya dah up to RM100,000 dan 5 years punya 5 years punya prison. So kita should be semua ni kena dibunyikan lah, okay. And then section 45, okay, EQA. compounding the offence, the DG or any deputy DG or any other public officer or any local authority to whom the DJ had delegate the power. Saya cakap lagi sekali, dia ada delegation of power kan. May compound any offence under this act or regulation made under which is prescribed by the minister to be a compoundable offence by accepting from the person reasonably suspected of having committed the offence of sum or money not exceeding 2,000 ringgit. So kalau saya cepat berima ni dia mention yang lain-lain kesalahan, okay, paling maksimum pun 2,000 ringgit. Itu yang saya cakap tadi, memang popular lah compound ataupun fees yang 2,000 ringgit ni. Okay. Sebab katanya sepatutnya dia boleh je kalau dia nak dia nak compound RM2, RM22.5 ke. Tapi sebab dia main dengan kilang-kilang, okay, kilang-kilang besar dan sebagainya, takkanlah kita nak compound RM2 kan. Kita compound paling maksimum kat situ 2,000. Okay. This is the enforcement concept. Ada assessment, application of license, enforcement compound. Okay. Okay, read it. Okay. Section 35, okay, tentang appeal untuk buat rayuan. Okay. Any person who is aggrieved, okay, by, kalau bahasa Melayu dia kata terkilan. Any person, siapa yang terkilan, dia terkilan. Dia macam dalam bahasa yang mudah itu macam tak puas hati lah. Siapa yang tak puas hati, okay, refusal to grant a license or transfer license, the imposition of any condition, limitation or restriction of his license, the revocation, suspension or variation of his license, the amount he would be required to pay under section 47, any decision of DG under subsection 3 or 4 of section 34A, and any decision of the DG of any officer under subsection 2 and 5 or 5 of section 48A may within such time and in such manner as may be prescribed appeal to the appeal board. Okay, tak puas hati atas tu, so boleh buat rayuan lah kepada appeal board, lembaga rayuan. Okay, these are the appeal board. Okay, ada chairman, deputy chairman, members. Okay, to hear appealant or person consider any additional evidence to award cost and make order in respect of appeal. Okay, notice of appeal within 30 days of date decision communicated to appealant. Grounds of appeal within 30 days after submission of notice. Okay, ada features in EQA 74 that generous of DOE, Environmental Quality Council, Environmental Quality Audit, Environmental Fund. Section 3 adalah berkaitan dengan appointment of DG. There shall be a Director General of Environmental Quality who shall be appointed by the Minister from amongst members of the public service and whose power, duties and functions shall be. Ada banyak lah sebenarnya, okay, power dia. Okay, Director DG ni. This is the formation of Department of Environment as a enforcement agency. Okay, 74. Okay. And dia bukan, bila berkaitan dengan environment, is not enforced by DOSH. Okay. Dia bukan enforced by JKKP, Jabatan Keselamatan dan Kesihatan Pekerjaan, but the enforcement is DOE lah, Department of Environment. Okay. Oh, ini cerita tentang Department of Environment lah. Okay. Mission and rules. Okay, boleh baca lah. Okay, kemudian ada di Environment Quality Council, Environment Agency of Malaysia. Okay, this is EIA, the legal requirement of EIA. But dia kan ada order kan, order perintah, maksudnya mesti buat lah. Okay. Mana-mana projek, I think any person intended to carry out any of the prescribed activity shall, before any approval for the carrying out of such activity is granted by the relevant approving authority, submit a report to the DG. The report shall contain an assessment of the impact of such activity will have or is likely to have on the environment and the proposed measures that shall be undertaken to prevent, reduce, or control the adverse impact on the environment. Okay. So EIA, okay. Last submission is to DG lah, DG of DOE, but then ada banyak lagi pihak yang kita, siapa yang buat EIA kena submit. It's not one satu pihak saja yang perlu approval, ada banyak lagi pihak perlu approval. I think awak lebih tahu sebab awak dah belajar tentang EIA ni kan dalam environmental engineering. Okay. Okay, ada 19 prescribed activities, this one lah 19 activities. So okay, yang perlukan EIA industri, bila dah sebut macam ni macam dah cover semualah. Okay, macam OSHA 1994 juga, okay, ada 10 sektor yang di cover. I think this semua industri lah dah di cover. So this one as well, dia cover semualah, so ada 19 prescribed activities untuk wajib kena ada EIA. Okay. Penalty dia, I think ada penalty yang latest punya penalty lah. Ini dia beritahu RM1,000 je every day that the offence continue up to notice. Okay. This content of EIA, I will not go to this because dah belajar, korang dah belajar kan. The scope of EIA, the CIA process, okay, post EIA compliance, okay, EIA cycle. Okay. So done with this slides. Okay, go to next slide. Alright, this is regarding what happened. Saya bawah ni turun. Okay. This subtopic is about management system. So management system, saya dah go through this slide, dia macam mau tu nak ajar kita what is management. What is management? Okay, apa itu pengurusan? Okay. Dan untuk kes kita adalah merujuk kepada pengurusan keselamatan dan kesihatan pekerjaan lah, OSH management. So OSH management system, okay, is a plan, documented and verifiable method of managing hazards and associated risks. Okay, it can be simple or complex. It can be highly documented or sparingly described, and it can be home ground or based on the available model. Okay, ISO. What is ISO? The layman definition. Layman meaning orang bukan bidang lah. Okay, dia kata you write whatever you do and you do whatever you write. Okay, that's layman definition. Okay. Kita ada waste management system, ISO standard definitions. Okay, ISO 14001 tahun 1996, the part of overall management system that includes organizational structure, planning activities, responsibilities, practices, processes, and resources for developing, implementing, achieving, reviewing, and maintaining the environmental policy. Okay, that is definition by the ISO standard, ISO 14001 lah, so 6. Kalau mengikut OHSAS, okay, 18001 1999, part of the overall management system that facilitates the management of the OH, okay. occupational health and safety, risks associated with the business of the organization. This includes organizational structure, planning activities, responsibilities, practices, processes, and resources for developing, implementing, achieving, reviewing, and maintaining the organizations of occupational health and safety policy. Okay, according to ILO, okay, 2001 dan Malaysian Standard 1722/2003, management OSH system is a set of interrelated or interacting elements to establish OSH policy and objective and to achieve those objective. Why OSH? Why OSH management system? Okay, systematic way to manage OSH activities in organization. OSH as an integral part of the organization's value system. Reduction of hazards, risk. Sorry. Reduction of hazard and risk, accidents, diseases, and low absenteeism, high productivity, job satisfaction. So that's why we have management. Okay. Main element of Malaysian OSH MS adopted from ILO, International Labour Organization, okay, ILO, OSH 2001. So normally kita tak ada buat our own, we not create our own standard lah. Normally kita follow atau kita adopted, okay, standard daripada international standard daripada luar lah, okay. This is our practices lah daripada dulu. So this OSH Malaysian management system MS 1722/2003 is adapted from ILO, okay, International Labour Organization, OSH 2001. Based on the OSHA Act 1994, has 5 elements, main elements of the wheels, okay. These elements are namely, the first is policy, second one is organizing, the third is planning and implementation, the fourth is evaluation, and the last one is action for improvement. This is the dimming wheel, okay. Then the policy, organizing, planning and implementation, evaluation, action for improvement, okay. And final element of OSH Malaysia, okay, again, kita ada policy, organizing, planning and implementation, evaluation, and everything is connected to the action for improvement lah. This element of OSH system, okay. Then everything is checked by, everything is audited lah, okay. Macam program kita lah, program diploma kita pun is di audit, okay. Okay, this detail breakdown of MS 1722. Kita ada under elements policy, ada sub element OSH policy, employee participation. Under the elements of organizing, ada responsibility and accountability, competence and training, occupational safety and health management system documentation dan communication. Under planning implementation, ada sub element of initial review, okay, system planning, development and implementation, occupational safety and health objective, hazard prevention. Under the evaluation, ada performance monitoring and measurement, investigation of work-related injuries, disabilities, ill health, diseases, and near miss, and their impact on safety and health performance, ada audit, dan ada sub-elements management review. The fifth element, action for improvement, ada preventive and corrective action, ada continual improvement. Okay. Policy, okay. Kita ada mention lah polisi dalam OSH, dalam awal-awal dulu, okay, polisi untuk OSH. The employer in consultation with workers and their representatives should set out in writing an OSH policy which should be The first one is specific to the organization and appropriate to its size and nature of its activity. Concise, clearly written, dated, and made effective by the signature of an or endorsement of the employer or the most senior accountable person in the organization. Kalau kita punya UTHM punya safety OSH policy ditandatangan oleh Night Chancellor lah. Okay, kerana Night Chancellor Prof. Wahid Razali lah. Kalau tengok awak jumpa dekat blok-blok makmal tu ada. Kadang awak akan jumpa polisi, apa, OSH polisi. UTHM punya OSH polisi. So bawah tu ada tanda tangan daripada Night Chancellor. The two are communicated and readily accessible to all person at their place of work. That's why dia ada, tapi dia letak tu dekat kita punya apa staff punya tempat slide kedatangan lah. Okay, sebab tu mungkin dia nak suruh staff baca lah. Tiap kali slide dia baca kan. Communicated lah tu. Okay. Okay, Commandant reviewed for continuing suitability. Okay. And made available to relevant external interested party as appropriate. Ya, simple lah dia punya polisi. Saya pun ada ambil gambar, lupa nak. Saya tak masukkan dalam ni. Polisi. This example of the ini panjang sangat. Kita punya tu macam simple je. Okay, MWA Consultancy Services Safety and Health Policy Statement. We are dedicated to providing a safe and healthful environment for employees and customers, protecting the public, and preserving MWA Consultancy Services, assets and property. At MWA ni cerita ni panjang. Dia simple lah, the point. Kalau UTHM tu bagi point dia, 1-2 point je selesai. Dan wording tu ambil daripada ni lah. Okay, macam OSHA tu tujuan dia untuk menjaga keselamatan, safety, kesihatan, health and kebajikan, welfare of employees. Macam tu ya, wording dia. Ini panjang sangat ni. Lepas tu tak ada tantangan ni. Tak, ini contoh yang tak berapa, lain kali kena keluarkan. Okay, kena bagi contoh yang lagi. Ya, betul. Okay, worker participation. Okay, worker participation is an essential element of OSH management system in the organization. The employer should ensure the workers and their safety and health representative are consulted, informed, and trained on all aspects of OSH, including emergency arrangement associated with their work. The employer should make arrangement for workers and their safety and health representative to have the time and resources to participate actively in the process of organizing, planning, and implementation, evaluation, and action for improvement of OSH management system. The employer should ensure as appropriate the establishment and efficient functioning of safety and health committee and the recognition of workers' safety and health representative in accordance with national laws and practice. Responsibility and accountability, okay. These are the sub-elements, kan? The sub-element organizing. Okay, the employee should have overall responsibility for the protection of workers' safety and health and provide leadership for OSH activities in the organization. The employer and the senior management should allocate. Dah pukul 11. Tak ada siapa beritahu. Okay, tak apa, kita habiskan. The employer and senior management should allocate responsibility, accountability, and authority for the development, implementation, and performance of OSH management system and the achievement of the relevant OSH objective. So, you can go through this, baca sebab memang subjek baca-baca kan, so kena baca. Okay, these are the sub-elements kan, under the 5 elements, okay, 5 element dalam apa, dimming wheel tu. If you not read this, I will read it for you in the next class kan. So jadilah power reading, bukan PowerPoint, power reading. Okay. Awal-awal kan dalam dalam definition of OSH tu pun dah beritahu a multidisciplinary field. So we can see dia ada multidisciplinary punya elemen dalam subjek ni. Contohnya kita we are talking about management now, kan? It should be it should be explained by the management punya orang kan. And then next in this next slide akan ada safety culture. Okay, safety culture ni yang menerangkan safety culture ni selalunya psikologis. Tiba-tiba kita ada dalam subjek ni. Okay. Alright then, tinggal lagi satu slide. Maybe saya akan go through the slide ni for tomorrow, and then kita akan finishkan slide on chapter 1. Okay. Next week 10 of April will be kita ada seminar, so saya akan ambil kedatangan. Dan sebenarnya kita akan cuba habiskan sebelum test kita, okay, chapter 3. Tapi macam tak sempat, tak tahu, tengok macam mana. Okay, terima kasih. Thank you all kerana ajak. Ya, saya kehadiran dia, ya. Siapa tu? Fauzan ke? Siapa ni kehadiran? Siapa yang ada ni? Afiq Azmi, Afiq Hakimi, Arif Aiman. Siapa tu?
Muhammad Fauzan Azim.
Apa saya tu? Alamak, sangkut lah. Alamak, sangkut.
Hello.
Okay. Sorry. Sangkut sikit. Siapa ni? Oh, connection stable. Saya tukar connection saya sekejap ya. Tak stable lah saya punya connection. Okay. Nice. Okay. Guys. Siapa yang ada? Maaf, hilang dah pula. Fauzan. Okay. Afiq, mana Afiq?
Arif juga kan?
Apa? Arif Aiman. Afiq ini tak ada dua. Depan ada.
Ada. Juga kan? Arif Aiman.
Afiq Azmi, Afiq mana? Duduk Afiq ada? Duduk Afiq adalah. Okay.
Hakimi pun ada.
Okay, nice. Full